If you're helping your parents think about their home, there's a good chance most of their wealth is sitting in one place, and most families haven't actually run the numbers on it. In this Salt Lake Valley Real Estate Explainer, we break down how much wealth is typically locked inside a long held home and what families should understand as the equity transfers to the next generation. Here's what I see most families wrestling with. Parents bought their home 20 to 40 years ago at a much lower price. The mortgage is often paid down or paid off completely, and the home value has grown significantly over time. But the wealth is trapped inside the property. Emotionally, this is where it gets complex. It's not just an asset, it's a family home. Adult children see financial potential. Parents often see stability and memories. So the question becomes, is this a house or is it a major financial piece of the family's future? When making a decision, I usually look at this through three lenses. First is the financial lens. What is the equity actually worth? As an example, the home was purchased for $150,000 and is currently sitting in value at $700,000 to $900,000. That's $500,000 of equity in most cases, and it's often the largest asset in the family. We can compare retirement accounts versus home equity. We also look at it as through the liquidity lens. Can the equity be used? Equity is not the same as cash. You have options. You can sell it to access the equity, or you can refinance it or do a home equity line of credit, or you can just keep it and pass it on to the next generation. The legacy lens, what happens next? If the home is kept, it becomes an inherited asset, and those who receive it may benefit from a stepped up basis, which is a tax advantage. If it's sold during the lifetime, the equity can fund care, lifestyle, or gifts. And the decision impacts the inheritance amount, the tax exposure, and the family dynamics. There are a couple of mistakes that families make. One is never actually calculating the equity. Decisions get made emotionally and not financially. You assume that keeping it is always better, but maintenance, taxes, and management do add up as expenses. A lot of people wait too long to have the conversation. Decisions are often forced when there's a crisis. The other thing is we don't understand the tax implications. You miss benefits like stepped up basis. In the Salt Lake Valley, this matters because many homeowners bought before the major appreciation cycles. Equity growth over the past 20, 30 years, equity growth over the past 20 to 30 years has been substantial. Inventory constraints have pushed values higher, and a large portion of the equity is held by older homeowners. As this wealth transfers over the next 10 to 20 years, it's going to impact and influence local inventory, pricing, and it's going to shape opportunities for the next generation. This isn't just a personal decision, it's part of a bigger shift that's happening locally. You don't need to make a decision quickly here, but it is worth understanding what's actually sitting inside the home. If you want help walking through the numbers or thinking through the options as a family, I'm happy to have that conversation.